Hi friends, welcome to your after work yoga flow, decompress and unfold. This is the perfect soft yoga class after a long day or even after a long night. Anytime you want to stretch out your body, calm your mind and let go a little bit. My name is Jenny. I'm excited to practice with you today. Helpful for this class will be a folded up blanket or a small cushion so you can support yourself in some of the poses. It's not mandatory, but if you have it, then go ahead and grab it right now. And then we'll begin the class standing at the top of the mat. And we'll just take a moment to settle in. So open your feet hip distance or even a bit wider, whatever is comfortable. And just take a moment to soften the knees a little bit. So let go of that rigidity in your posture. Drop the pelvis, roll the shoulders up. And back and down. And then go ahead and close your eyes. And begin shifting the weight a little bit from one foot to the other. So your body begins to sway from side to side. And if you're not quite sure what I mean by that, then just blink the eyes open, take a quick gaze, and then close them or lower the gaze. And take a moment to feel into the body. You can allow those movements to become a bit bigger. And you can start to swing around your arms from one side to the other. And it's really not so important what this movement looks like. It should be soft, gentle, have this kind of quality of letting go. Just kind of settling into the body. Swing the arms around, keep the legs soft. A couple more times. Wavy, gentle movement. And then swing your arms from front to back. Again, kind of go in your own rhythm, just bringing some softness into the body, into the shoulders. Good, and then slowly stop, come back to the center, roll the shoulders up one more time. Back and down, exhale. Take a moment to stand quietly. Ground down through the feet. Lengthen through the spine. Soften the face. Take a moment to join your palms together in front of the heart center, really centering all your attention, all your energy in this very moment, and making a resolve that you want to practice throughout this class to stay present, focusing on the breath, on the body, without evaluating, without judging, without feeling the need to accomplish anything specific. Take a deep breath in through the nose and gently sigh it out through the mouth. And blink your eyes open. Good. Release your hands. Start bending the knees generously and start to fold forward very, very softly. You can go with a rounded back, taking your time. Your knees are soft. Your head is heavy. Your belly kind of draws inward. And once again, we sway a bit from side to side. Your hands, your fingertips could be touching the ground. Maybe they're not. It doesn't quite matter. And you can choose to keep the arms long or maybe grab a hold of opposite elbows. And we're using this swaying kind of movement to let go of the tensions of the day, tensions of the mind. So allow your head to be heavy. Shift your weight from one side to the other. And this doesn't have to be fast or rigid. Just take one more swing from side to side. And then come into stillness. Allow yourself to let go into the pose. Knees are soft. Bring the weight gently forward towards the toes. So you feel a bit of a stretch in the back of your legs. Take another full breath. Feel free to sigh out at any time if that helps you to release any build-up tension in the body. And then release the hands, come into the fingertips, heel toe the feet apart, all the way to the edges of the mat. Lower the hips and once again, come a bit from side to side. We go halfway only for now towards the squat and then we bring the hips up again. Good. Again, lower the hips, lift the gaze. And exhale, fold forward, head is heavy. Let's do one more, preparing the hips. Inhale, lift the heart, lower the bum, look forward. And exhale, fold all the way down. Good. Now lower all the way. Your heels might come off the ground. You can support them with your folded blanket, or you can move the feet out a bit wider. Take the hands together in front of the heart. Take a moment to interlace your fingers and circle the wrists around. Being on the devices all day, there's often a lot of tension, tightness here in the fingers and the wrists. Let it go. Circle the other way around. Good, and then join the palms, pull the shoulder blades towards each other, open up the legs, gently press the knees towards the elbows, and we're just starting. Don't strain, keep the chest nice and broad, and focus on your breathing. Gentle breaths in through the nose, out through the nose. Inhaling, creating a bit more space in the body. Exhaling, letting go of any tension. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Release the hands. Bring the fingertips behind you so you can sit down in a gentle way. Feet stay wide. You can lean onto the hands for support and then begin to drop the knees from side to side. We're still loosening up the body before we go into some deeper stretches. So just drop the knees from side to side. Your feet are quite distant from each other, so you have space. You can lift the hips a little bit as you do this movement. And then when your knees come to one side, tilt your head into the opposite direction. Look over the shoulder. Come back to center, knees and head, and change direction. So you have a bit of this double twisting action in the spine. And then go ahead, do this in your own rhythm. You can synchronize with the breath or don't, whatever feels best. Good. One more time on each side. And then we're coming back to the center. We cross the shins, or you can come over one side, we roll over the feet, and then we step back into a downward facing dog. Take a moment to arrange yourself. You can always measure the distance between hands and feet in a plank pose, and then bend the knees, send the hips up. Release the neck, the head, and start to walk on the spot. Taking it easy in this first downward facing dog, opening the back of the legs, the calves, the back of the knees, back of the thighs, the hamstrings. Only push the heels down towards the ground as much as comfortable. Good. One more full breath here in this gentle movement. And then come to stillness, bend the knees a bit more, send the hips up, allow the arms to become even longer. Press the belly towards the thighs, press the armpits down towards the ground, feel an opening of the chest. Lengthening of the spine, deep breath in, full breath out. And then on your inhale, come forward into a plank pose. And on the exhale, send the knees down, lower all the way down onto the belly. Keep the arms close to the body. Point the toes. Send the heart forward, small cobra pose. And then bring the forehead down. We tuck the toes, we press onto the knees as we inhale. Send the hips back and up, downward facing dog. Let's do this movement one more time. Gentle vinyasa. Inhale, come forward. Knees down, lower all the way with control, no rush. Inhale, open up the heart space, pull the shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Take a full breath in and a releasing breath out. Lift your right leg up into the air for a three-legged dog. And as you exhale, you want to step the right foot between the hands. If you didn't reach all the way, then come onto the fingertips, walk it forward. Bring the left knee down. Now you may want to use your cushion or your blanket for support, cushioning the knee. Good. Come low into the hips. And then reach the upper body up for Anjaneyasana. Extend the arms up alongside the ears. And you do want to feel a bit of length in the left groin, but if that feels very tight in your low back or a bit intense in the left groin, pull the hips back, that's okay. But lift the pubic bone, lengthen out the lower back, reach the arms up, create some space. And then release the arms over the side, interlace all 10 fingers behind the back. Open up the chest, so bring the hands away from the bum. Press the shoulders together, lift the heart, breathe. Good, especially the thighs are often quite tight after sitting all days, the groin. So take another full breath into the full front side of the body. And then reach the arms up on your next inhale. And bring the hands down on the exhale. You can come onto the fingertips and then push the hips back, moving into the back side of the leg. Release the foot, toes and knee are pointing up, and you can bend or straighten the leg as much as works for you right now. You can bring the hands closer, send your heart forward. This will intensify the stretch. Feel free to stay or draw the low belly in and come a bit lower towards half split, Ardha Hanumanasana. And again, there's nothing specific to achieve, only the experience of your postures, of your asanas. Always invite these qualities of calmness, of release into your breath, into your posture. Take another full breath. And then on your inhale, reach the heart forward. On the exhale, bend the front leg, release the back knee, hands are planted down. We step into a plank pose. Now you can go straight into your down dog, or if you prefer, you can come with me and flow down to the mat as you exhale. Inhale, open up the chest, and exhale, come back into your downward facing dog. Good, left leg goes up into the air. Big step forward in between the hands. Feel free to walk the foot forward. Bring the right knee down. Maybe you want to cushion it. And then come upright on your inhale. Reach the arms up. Anjaneyasana. Release the shoulders down. Keep breathing. Once again, adjust the position of your hip if needed. You want to feel that lengthening in the right groin. Take another inhale here. And then release the arms, interlace one finger further as you have before. Press the shoulder blades together. Open up space in the front body. Shoulders, throat often store a lot of tension, a lot of conflict. Try and allow a little bit more space into these areas. Breathe softness into these areas. One more. And then on your next inhale, release the arms up. Bring the hands down. Push the hips back. Adjust the position of your hands. Maybe come onto the fingertips. And adjust the position of your knee and then reach the heart forward. Stay or come further down, whatever feels right for you today. There's not really a right or wrong, only what works for you today. Remember your intention for this class. We want to unfold, let go, release any tension. So don't put any performance pressure on yourself. Just breathe into it. Observe the body, the breath. And then on your next inhale, reach the heart forward. On the exhale, bend that leg, plant the hands, release the right knee, plank pose or down dog, your choice. And you can always feel free to just skip the flow in between, but sometimes it's nice to kind of keep the body moving. Just go with what your body tells you will meet in the downward facing dog. We reach the right leg up one more time, inhale. And this time we pull the knee forward, place the lower leg down diagonally for half pigeon pose. So right knee towards the right wrist, left leg pushes back. If you're hovering a lot in the right hip, that's okay. Or maybe cushion it if you want to with your prop. Reach the heart a bit higher. And then gently walk the hands forward. No stress, no rush. Maybe you want to come onto the forearms. Maybe you'll stay on the hands. Or maybe you want to lay all the way down. It's completely up to you. Make sure you can relax the face and the shoulders and the neck. Allow the left hip to become a bit more heavy. And then just breathe into your pose. Long releasing breaths with no pressure. Yeah, two more, allowing the body to become a bit more relaxed, the muscles to become more relaxed. And then press your hands down into the ground. Walk the hands towards the upper body. Once you're here, lean over to the right side. Swing the left leg around for a twisted seat. Now you can either, so we want to bring the left foot onto the outside of the right knee. You can either stay this way, sit onto your prop, or extend the right leg out. Whatever allows you to sit firmly on both sit bones. The right arm helps us to sit even a bit more bright. Left arm creates a lot of length, and then we twist open to the left side, placing the left fingertips down just gently, so not leaning backwards. And whether you have the right leg extended or bent, just make sure you have that stable foundation from where you can reach up through the spine. Pulling the right shoulder back, looking to the right, or maybe even over the back shoulder if that feels okay. Good, one more breath. And then on the next inhale, come back to the center. Want to take a gentle counter twist, lean forward, release the head, breathe into the upper back. And then sit upright, look forward, cross your shins, roll over the feet, step back. Either go through one vinyasa in your own pace or come straight into your downward facing dog where we will meet. No rush, whatever you have chosen. Stay with the breath. And then reach your left leg up into the air, bringing the lower leg down in front of us for half pigeon pose. Take time to arrange yourself, bring the right leg back, maybe cushion the left hip with your prop. Make sure your left knee is in line with the hip and comfortable. Back toes can be pointed, and once you feel ready, then come forward just a little bit or more. I stay on my forearms for the microphone, and I'll take here some couple of deep breaths. You can always close the eyes or lower the gaze. As for now, there's nothing to see on the screen, nothing to watch around you. Really rather coming into stillness. Observe how your thoughts become less important as you focus on the breath and on the body. Take 2 more full breaths. And then slowly make your way back up. Lean over to the left side. Bring the right leg around you for your twisted seat. You know your options. Either you keep both legs bent, but you want to make sure the left hip comes down. Maybe you want to sit on something, or optionally extend the left leg out. We use the left arm to sit even taller, pulling ourselves forward towards the leg. Reach the right arm up, twist open to the right side. Your gaze can follow the twist or go anywhere where it's good for your neck. And then either close the eyes or find that one focus point, that drishti as we call it in yoga, and just allow the eyes to rest. Give full attention to the body, the sensations, the breath. And then on your next inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, take that gentle counter to a second side. Breathe some space into the upper back. And then lean back. You can always lean onto the hands for support. Cross the shins, roll over the feet. Once again, decide that little sequence, your little flow, or straight into your downward facing dog. Whatever feels good. I'll take one more flow. I go through my plank pose, come down with the help of my knees. Elbows close, and then I open up the chest on the inhale, and then I'm back in my downward facing dog. Good. From here, bring the knees down. You either want to scoot the knees forwards or the hands back, so you arrive in a tabletop position. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. And then from here, press yourself into a rounded back cat stretch. Your back toes can be pointed or tucked, whatever feels best. And then drop the belly, lift the heart, lift the tailbone, and cow stretch. Good. Exhale, round the back, push the shoulder blades apart. Inhale, open up the front side of the body. Gentle curve in the back. One more. Exhale, round, take your time. Inhale, gently arch. Good. As you exhale, come into a neutral position, long spine. As you inhale, you reach the right arm up. And as you exhale, you thread that right arm underneath the left arm. We're going into a twist, laying down on the right shoulder blade, on the right side of our head, the right temple in a way that is comfortable for the neck. And you can keep the left hand where it is if that feels most stable, or you can walk the left hand forward and create more space in the side body. Another option would be to wrap the left arm around the low back. You can test all the variations and then stay with the one that felt best, focusing on the breath. Once again, focusing onto the upper back, that gentle twist. Good. We take one more full breath here. Finding the way back with the left hand underneath the left shoulder. If you're not there yet, press the hand into the mat. Reach your right arm out as we got in, as you inhale. And as you exhale, plant the right hand down underneath the shoulder. Second side, left arm goes up. Thread it underneath, twist over, lay down on the left shoulder blade, left side of your head. Keep the right hand where it is, or walk it forward, or wrap it around if that feels good. All these options are available for you today. Feel free to close the eyes. Okay, breathing consciously, calmly. Good, last breath. And then unwrap the upper arm, place the right hand down, pull the left arm out as you inhale. And as you exhale, bring the left hand down. Now point the toes if they're not yet and pull yourself back so you can sit upright on the heels. You can again sit on the blanket if that makes it easier for you. Now we'll take out the arms to the side. I'll show this from the front. We bring the right arm over the left arm for eagle arms. Hook above the elbows. You can either grab the shoulder blades, bring the backs of the hands together, or the palms if that works. And then you lift the elbows up towards shoulder height. Press the hands away from the face and press the shoulder blades down. Good. Stay and breathe. I'll move back to the side vision so you can see what I'm doing with my shoulder blades. So I lift the elbows up and then pull the shoulder blades down. My back is stable by pulling the low back in. We take a few more breaths, focusing on the shoulders. Make sure to soften the jaw and the face. Good. And then on your next inhale, release, take the arms out to the side like a little counter stretch and then change. Left arm over the right arm. Once again, choose shoulders, back of the hands or palms, whatever works. Lift the elbows up, push the hands away, bring the shoulder blades down. You want to feel that pulling away of the shoulder blades on the back. Stabilize the center of the body gently. Focus on your breathing. One more breath. And then release. Give your hands and your arms a nice shake, just to make sure to let go of all of that tension. And then interlace the fingers behind the back, as we did in the beginning, kind of. Bring the shoulder blades together. Once again, stabilize the center of the body. Bring the chin forward and then roll the head over to the left side, to the left ears over the left shoulder. Bring the head forward, half circle, and then all the way over to the right. And you can close the eyes and do this movement very intuitively. If this feels intense with the fingers clasped on the back, then release the arms. That's okay too. Move as slowly or as fastly as it feels good. But be very mindful in your movement. If there are any areas that you encounter in this movement that feel particularly tight, feel free to stay and take a breath into that area. See if you can release some of that tension. Good. And the next time your chin is back in the center, lift your head. Release the arms. Maybe roll the shoulders one more time. Sit next to your heels and bring the legs around out in front of you. Make sure you're sitting in the center of the mat. We're going to lay down on the back. And you want to bring your prop, whatever it is, cushion or blanket, close to you so you can reach it later without having to get up. Lay down on your back. Bring the feet very close to you. We're going for a dynamic shoulder bridge. So your feet are hip distance apart. You press them into the ground. You lift your pelvis up. Bring the arms alongside the body. Roll the spine off the mat. Arms go alongside the ears. And then we bring the spine down, vertebra by vertebra. The arms go along with this movement again. Good. You can do this in your own rhythm of breath. As you inhale, you reach it up. And as you exhale, you bring it down. And today this practice has been kind of slow. Don't let yourself be rushed through these very conscious movements. Rather view them as energetic gestures, ridding the body of tension, filling the body with new energy. Do one more round. And then come up one more time, no rush. And once you're there, keep your hips elevated and only bring the arms back with your exhale. Interlace the fingers behind the back one more time. Pull the shoulder blades in towards each other so you can open up the chest more. Chin goes down slightly, neck is long. Breathe into the front body. Lift the pubic bone up to the navel. Long breaths. 2 more. And then come into the tiptoes, release the hands, roll your way back down, take your time, walk your feet outwardly so they're reaching the sides of the mat. Drop the knees in the center and place your palms on your upper body. Maybe one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly, allowing the breath to calm down, centering yourself one more time. Good. Take your arms out. Can be extended or bent, and as we did in the beginning in sitting, drop your knees from side to side, making sure the back relaxes, the hip joins, the belly a few times. And then bring one knee after the other up to the chest, grab a hold of the shins, roll a bit from side to side, massaging the lower back. And then stand the feet back down as if you wanted to go to shoulder bridge. And now grab a hold of your blanket or your cushion. Lift your pelvis slightly and slide that support underneath. It can be very, very slightly elevated. It's mostly to help you tilt the pelvis a little bit towards the upper body. And then from here, extend your legs up. Your legs can be almost straight or even bent generously if that feels very intense in your groins. Your arms can rest next to the body or hands on the body. And then just stay here for a couple of breaths, allowing to release all that pressure from the feet, the legs, the knees, the pelvic floor. Allow your breath to become a bit longer. Our feet are carrying us all day, through our day, also through our yoga practice today, so give them a little rest. Good. 3 more breaths. And then go ahead, circle the ankles one way, circle the ankles the other way. Good. And then bend the knees. Send the feet down. Lift your pelvis just slightly. Release or take out your prop. Bring the hips back down to the ground. Now, if you feel like it, you can pull the knees up again, as we just did, or right away extend your legs out on the mat. We'll take a short Shavasana. Don't skip this part of the practice. Allow your body some rest. Allow your body to absorb all the effects of your asana practice. Allow the legs to become heavy and the arms, your head and your pelvis. Close the eyes. Take a full breath in through the nose. And gently sigh out through the mouth. And then release any breath control. Allow your muscles to soften, your body to relax, your mind to relax. Just a couple of breaths. Make small movements back, fingers, toes. Maybe you want to again circle the wrists and the ankles. Slowly coming back into the body, becoming aware of your surroundings without leaving that calmness that you have created for yourself. Bend the knees, roll onto one side. And then gently push yourself up into a seated position, maybe with your legs crossed or sitting on the heels. Close your eyes or lower the gaze just for a moment. Join your palms together in appreciation for yourself, for your body. Yeah, take a deep breath in through the nose. Gently sigh out through the mouth. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice. I hope it was supportive and you feel relaxed and a little bit decompressed after your day or after anything that is going on. Please make sure to check out my new project, Living Grace Yoga Institute. We offer yoga teacher trainings and continuing education. And we have a new YouTube channel where we offer free live classes every week. I hope I will see you there, and I hope I will see you back here on this channel. Please let me know what you want to practice next, and let's connect. Have a wonderful one.